Greetings, Commanders. This is Cadger. So I'm planning a trip. I want to go out and see that new Megaship that was found out there in the Formadine Rift area. And I always wanted to go out there and visit the various listening posts that were found. So I've decided this is the time to do it. I'm currently here in my home station of Walker Ring in Gertrude. This is the anaconda I will be taking out there. I'll show you the loadout in a minute. And I just decided this was the time to go. Now that the Megaship has been discovered, and it's a pretty cool one, I want to go see it for myself. This is the website I'm using to figure out my route. Because it's more efficient than me doing it by hand. This is actually intended to do neutron star routing. However, it has a feature that allows you to just do a straight route. So I'm currently in Gertrude. I'm going out here to where the Zurara Megaship is. This is the range that my anaconda has. And I have set this to efficiency 100%. That means that it will not deviate from the direct route to find a neutron star. And that's why I'm not getting any neutron stars in here. I'm getting only normal stars. Now you can see it automatically breaks it up into sections that are under 1,000 light years so that you can plot them. And I will have 266 jumps to go my 12,041 light years. So that's my plan. I'll show you this in the galaxy map in a minute. How this makes an incredibly straight line, so you waste no time messing around. Now, if I wanted to use the neutron stars, I'll just show you. Like if I was to turn this down a little bit. Let's say 80% or something, and then let it calculate again. So now you'll see it has 16 jumps in this first section, 724 light years, and then you hit this neutron star here, and your next jump is 163 light years because you supercharge your frame shift drive here, and that lets you jump farther for here, and then here's another one, 2 jumps and all this. So you get the idea. By deviating to these neutron stars, you can make bigger jumps and therefore less of them, 211, but you go farther and you have to monkey around a lot. If I was to reduce this all the way down to 50%, which is what they suggest, I would actually be able to get my total jumps down to 206. So it's not really a huge benefit going the direction I'm going. I've tried this on other things like Colonia, and it makes a bigger difference there. But of course you have to deal with neutron stars, which means very carefully supercharging your frame shift drive there, and there's always a danger that you can mess up. And even if you do it correctly, your frame shift drive gets damaged, so you have to stop and repair it now and then. Plus there's the whole having to stop somewhere and scoop, because you can't scoop from a neutron star. So I'm just going to go with the straight ahead jump, 2 scoopable stars kind of deal, and hope for the best. 266 jumps isn't too bad. It's a 12,000 light year trip. So that's my plan, and that's how I sorted it out. Let me show you in the game how this route actually winds up looking. So here I am in the game with my plot my bookmarks all set up, you can see how it makes a lovely straight line. So it should be a pretty efficient way to travel from where I am here in the bubble out here to where the Megaship is. Also over here in this area is where the listening posts are. There's the Heart and Soul Nebula. This is the listening posts that were discovered. I want to visit those as well while I'm out here. But I'm going to go out here first probably. I don't know. Once I get to here, I may decide to come over this way. So that's my trip that I've planned. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it should be a pretty interesting trip. Not as far as I went before, but yeah, about half the distance of going out to Colonia. So this is my new plan. I'm going out there. We'll check out the Megaship, see some sights along the way, and just kind of have some fun out there. I want to get out of the bubble for a while, just have some fun exploring. Exploration payouts have been increased, so I should come back with a decent payout for all of it, assuming I don't blow up. I am taking the Anaconda out there. I have refitted it into its exploration loadout. You can see it has just over 50 light years range, which is fine. I'm not carrying any weapons. All my stuff in here is small. I'm using just a 5A power plant, and everything else is pretty much D-rated except the frame shift drive. Internal stuff. I have the fuel scoop, of course, and some cargo racks that I won't use. 2 SRVs, a small Shield 5C just to get out there, and then a little auto field maintenance unit in case of issues, which I hope I won't need, but I'll bring it along. And then the scanners, and this I don't need either, but it's in there and there's no reason to bring it out. So there we go. That's what I'm doing, and that's my loadout. So I'll be back with you once I get out there somewhere and have something to say. I have arrived in the Heart sector. I'm out here looking for the Farside Expedition Base. It's an asteroid base. It's actually the first one I've ever been to, but it's out here kind of close to where I'm headed. It's in the Heart Nebula anyway, so I'm gonna park there and turn in my exploration data so far, and then continue on to the Zurara after that. So here I am. Let's go check it out. Alright, there it is. Farside Expedition Base. How cool looking is that? I've never seen one of these before. It's very neat looking. Alright, let's go in there and land and see what it's like. Alright, I've
never been to one of these before. Let's just kind of look around it a little bit and see what's in here. Very cool little asset. Look at it. It's awesome looking. A hollowed out asteroid. How very cool is that? Wonder what these are down here. It looks like some kind of metal smelting, maybe? I don't know. Pretty cool, though. Yeah, wow, look at that. The detail here is just amazing. Alright, let's have a look and see what we've got to sell here. Okay, so we'll sell off each of these pages and see what it comes to. It's not that important to me how much it actually is, but yeah, I should have some first discoveries and what have you out here, so that'll be nice to have. Yeah, there we go. All right. And there we go. I think it came into over 5 mil anyway. That's just for honking on the way out here, that's all. What else is here? Black market. Interesting. There is a mission board. No missions on it. Oh, it does have passenger missions though, so you could do passenger missions from here. Interesting. Well, I'm just going to refuel and then go on my way. So I'm out here. I'm getting close to my final destination, which is there. I'm here. But I'm running into issues now, plotting routes, because the star density out here is very low. And so I'm having to go out of my way. I'm going over this way now, hoping that I can eventually work my way over to there. It's the first time I've run into this, and even though I have a 50.5 light year range, it's still turning out to be a problem. I got as far as there, and then there was no way to plot past there, so I'm going sideways now for a while. We'll see what happens. I might have to, I could go up and down too. But it's definitely slowing down the approach here because of the star density being so low. I suppose I should have expected it. I know there's a a bridge or whatever that goes across this Formadine Rift. You can kind of see how we're in a blank spot here in the stars. So I don't know if I have to go all the way over here. I hope not. If I can't manage to get through, then I'll have to research it further and see how other people have got there. I am one jump away from the system that the Zurara is in. So it's been quite an interesting journey. A little more difficult than I anticipated, but the anaconda brought me here. So let's jump in there and see what's going on. That's such a fun. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about the story and just have a look at this thing now. There it is. You can see it still has power. According to Drew, they were able to get emergency power up before they all died. And that's why it's still on. How big is this thing? I'm still 1.38 kilometers away from it. Well, let's get closer and have a look. I believe, excuse me, I believe there's a way for me to scan the data logs for this ship using my data scanner thingy. I think I have it in a fire group. Yeah, data link scanner. But I don't know how to use it. I wonder if I just use it on the whole ship, what happens? Pretty much nothing. Okay. Well, there's got to be some way to do it, because I've seen posts about coming out here and scanning the logs. So I want to do that, but I don't know how. Maybe they'll show up on my contacts here. Ah, there they are. Ship log uplink. Is huge. Look at it. What kind of a planet is it nearby here? Not sure. I wonder if it needs some other kind of scanner that I didn't bring. That would be a drag. Assumed this would do it, and yet it does not. Alright, well, I'll be back when I figure that out, but while we're here, let's do some looking around at what this thing looks like. Get some concept of its size by looking at my anaconda sitting there. If I have to fly like inside the tunnels or something. It doesn't seem likely. I'm gonna have to look that up and figure out how to use my scanner. I've never used it before for anything. Those appear to be some sort of engines, maybe, or jets. I think you could probably fly it. Can, of course, but no. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating thing, huh? I would say these are the engines here in the back of this thing. These look like engines to me. The ship was sabotaged by some of the crew, so it was not attacked. You can see that there's no damage near the ship, whatever. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to use these. How do you use this crazy uplink thing? Why doesn't it work? Oh, there. Guess I was too close, or too high, or too low. Oh, now it says I'm out of range again. Ah, there we go. Alright, I've collected all the logs, so let's have a listen to them in order.
We managed to overpower the invaders, but not before they took out the main reactor. We're dead, in space, with 20 minutes of life support left. Didn't get nothing out of them before they died, but clearly it was all planned. They took a drug which killed them. Doc says it's named Hex-Edit. First it kills your memories, then it kills you. Neat and tidy. So, we're dead. Just waiting for the end. This will be the last log from the Zurara. Some of the crew have already killed themselves. Others are praying to whatever deity they believe might help them. A few are drinking themselves into oblivion. I don't know what'll get us first. The lack of oxygen or the cold. Battery power's about to die. Me? I'm leaving this log. This far out, I doubt anyone will ever hear it, but... well, what the hell? We all signed up for the promise of big payouts. A year of your life in exchange for enough to retire on. I guess I should have looked closer at it. But you would have probably done the same, right? No need to work again. What's clear now is whoever was behind this mission never intended for any of us to come back. Damn, it's cold in here now. The folks managing the cargo, geez, they were all psychos. The moment we completed the mission, they just snapped. Killed the ship and killed themselves. Some kind of mental conditioning, Doc said. We tried to get word out to the other vessels when we found out. We got a signal out, but I don't know if anyone received it. It'll probably freak them out. I don't think they know we're here. We dropped a series of beacons out here, all targeted around Earth-like terraformable worlds. We prepped some of the terraform candidates with seeders and biofilters. No one can figure out why it was necessary, but that was the mission. Just as we were turning back, boom, those cargo handlers went nuts. So, that's it. We don't even know why we've been killed. But someone out there knows. Someone out there has blood on their hands. A lot of it. If you figure it out, you give them a message from us. You know what I mean? Funny. We were told there was something bad out here. That was haunted by ghosts. I just never figured it'd be us doing the haunting.
So, this is what they were hiding. I'm leaving the old logs for reference. I might need to come back this way again and re-educate myself. Chances are my memory will get zapped again. If I don't make it, I'll have to leave clues for others to follow. So, if you're reading this and you're not me, here's the deal. Found this ship. It took me years. This is the evidence. Nothing inside but void frozen cadavers, perfectly preserved, some with drinks still in their hands. But the log... They sent these poor souls out here because they needed waypoints, all prepped for every eventuality. 3 different zones, it would seem. There's a conspiracy. Guess you figured that out already, but it goes way up, way beyond the Feds, the Imps, and the Alliance. Something is coming. I don't know what it is, but it's bad, and it's all being hidden. All this weird stuff far out in the void. It's some kind of contingency plan. The answer to why and who is back in the core, not out here. That's where I'm going next. Wish me luck.
Well, some fascinating stuff there. I'm not going to try to explain the story behind the Formadine Rift here. There's many places where you can see that. I'll put some links down below. Obsidian Ant did a really good write-up on the whole thing, or video of the whole thing, where he explains the whole story and everything. But yeah, this is my adventure out here to see the thing and get an idea of what it's really like and experience it for myself. So I think I'll just wrap it up with a few more pictures of the ship, and then I will wrap up this episode. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm having a great time out here. I must say, I really enjoy this stuff. Alright, thanks guys. See you next time.